Alright guys, let me introduce this new modeler from Hotone. I don't know, it's a Chinese brand, but I think the name is in English, Hotone. The Ampero Mini. Ampero Mini. Hotone Ampero Mini. So guys, sorry for the joke at the beginning. This new toy is not really a toy because this sounds really great. I'm so impressed by the sound, by the looking, because it's really well made. It's all in aluminum, really well made. I really like this color. This is in pink, metal pink color. It's a really soft pink, but I really like. What you see basically, it's all provided. Also these two, I don't know how to call it, over tap, I don't know, but are provided. Let me introduce the machine, all the routing, how it's work, and then I'll show you some presets that will be available for free for all the members on my YouTube channel. So if you're not member of my YouTube channel, you can join now and you can get for free all my presets, included this one, because this is the Mad Shack. I prepared 4 different presets: plexi sound, metal sound, clean sound, and one strange sound. So all for free if you are a member of my YouTube channel. So let's start the review. I want to also mention that here there is this lovely editor, and this is really great, really well made, and super fast. And there is also an error here on the GUI. I don't know why. Let's start talking about this Ampero Mini. This is super cheap, but considering the price, you can get really lovely features that some other modeler or some other also plugin doesn't allow you to use. So let me introduce you. As you can see, the screen is all touch screen and it works really well. And I appreciate also the size. Let me say, I think it's just a bit bigger than the Hotone Stomp 2. This is the Mini, and basically you have only this giant screen because you have only these 2 knobs, and these 2 knobs are only to go from one preset to the other, okay? Because it's really simple, this unit. So let me introduce. In this giant screen, as you can see on the top, you have the settings that you can find for the control expressions. So you can go and check all the expression settings if you have an expression pedal. So you can tweak everything what you want to send to your expression pedal. Let me skip this. Then you have the drum here. You can play with the drum, so you can practice also with this Ampero Mini. Then let's go back. You have the global settings, and here you can see you can tweak your input and output, so you can decide the input level of your instruments if you want to use without cabinet. And I'm planning to make a video dedicated to how this Ampero Mini sounds in real stage, so without using impulse response, but going directly to a real cabinet with, of course, amplifier, only the amplifier, so the final stage. I want to show you also how this sounds. I'm not tested yet, but I'll test soon. So then you have the USB audio, because I'm using the USB directly to my computer. There is no any output now engaged for the TRS normally. So basically I'm using this like my primary audio interface. And you can also record directly, of course. So you can decide what you want to record. For example, from the left, you can place your DI. Let me check. You can listen on the left, you have the DI. On the right was the affected part. Then you can also change the volume for the rec level and so on and so forth. Expression effects, so you can tweak whatever you want. You can use the expression like, of course, expression pedal, or like a foot switch, so you can tweak. Display, you can change the display overview. You have 2 modes. The first mode is this one, so you can see the bank, basically. The P is your bank, so the user bank, while you have also here the factory patch. So F is factory, while P is user. I don't know why not U, but it's P, user. So basically you have already factory 99 presets here, because as you can see you have 33, and 3 different presets per each bank. So you have 99 presets already, and you can override this preset with your own user patch. I've already done here in these 4 different presets. The second mode is this one, global setting, display. So second one, if I go back, you can see this. So in the screen, you can see bigger the name of your presets and really tiny the name of the bank, if you want. I appreciate to see the first mode, oops, sorry, display, first mode, in this way. I like much more. Then you have, of course, all the information and the factory reset. You can do the same tweaking here on Ampero Mini directly on the hardware or on the editor. So as you can see here, is faster to do everything. I've tried to place in Italian language, but the translation are not really good, so I prefer to read in English. Okay, so let's go now deep. So as you can see on the screen, you have the input and output, and this is great to see directly on the screen. Are really precise, and you can keep an eye basically if you are clipping or not. So you can change the different presets with the arrow here or with the knob, of course. The knob are flexy, so really great, really smooth. But you can also, as you can see here, there is this bar, and I'm here because I'm at the beginning of my list. I can scroll in this way, okay? If you have to go basically from the first bank to farther bank, you can do in this way, okay? Let me now put again on the first one. Let's go to edit now, and as you can see, this is your routing. The first part is these two basically stone box, so FX1 and FX2, again also here. So when I change here, it's changing also on the editor. Then I have the amplifier, a noise reduction, a cabinet, a post equalization, another FX, delay and reverb. You cannot change the box, so all these boxes, you cannot change it, but you can change the order. So for example, I can double tap, for example, the noise reduction. Now I can place the noise reduction wherever I want. For example, at the beginning. And as you can see, it's moved. Also here is moved. But you cannot change what is this box. So you can only go inside and choose, for example, fast gate or smart gate. And as you can see, I really appreciate that per each kind of pedals or amplifier you will engage, you can see here the description. And I appreciate that each description tells you the real gear that has been modeled, because inside here there are all modeled parts. For example, this is smart gate, and as you can see, is written from the famous ESP decimator. So it's written. Sometimes when you use amp modeler, you cannot read this kind of information, even if you don't use any real name from the decimator. So you are not calling this smart gate decimator, okay? It's called smart gate, but it's telling you that it's from the decimator, and I appreciate this behavior. So for example, I can go here. You can see green drive. You can see the looking is like the tube screamer from Ibanez, and it's written here. It's based on the legendary Ibanez TS808, because you can see lots of different kind of pedals, and maybe you don't know the real pedal, and I really appreciate this information, because sometimes you see only the name and you don't know what is this squeezer, what is this, and it's telling you that is a compressor effect, reducing dynamic and blah 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 blah, okay? And it's telling you also all the controls, what the controls are doing, because sometimes some pedals behaves in different way than others. So for example, if sometimes a pedal is written treble, but maybe the treble behaves in different way, and it's telling you that information. So I really appreciate this. So you have a lot of, as you can see, pedals, lots of modeled pedals, as you can see from effect list. You have 2 different effects. Then you have the equalization. You can use the equalization as post EQ or front EQ. Really great. You can change the type of equalization, and it's changing also here the behavior depending on the equalization that you are using. Amplifier, there are lots of amplifiers. Let me show you. You have this tweed amplifier from Bassman Fender, and it's also telling you legendary Fender, Bassman, Black Twin, Vox, and so on and so forth, guys. You have really lots of amplifier, and let me say they sounds pretty decent. Marshall 45, so it's the JTM, so has been matched, so it's been captured, let me say, model and capture all the real Marshall, for example, because as you can see here, you have different type, 45, 45 plus, 45 with the jump, so have been connected, and it's telling you the information and it's been using the connection, so become popular among country and stars and quick in the 60s, blah blah blah, all the controls, and so on and so forth. So I really appreciate it. You have some Mesa, as you can see, again Marshall, Friedman, Diesel, Marshall, Engel, again Friedman, Eddie, AVH, again other Mesa Boogie, rectifier, so you have a lot. And I think that with update you will see also more gear. You can also import impulse response. So as you can see here, you have the cabinet, and I'm using my impulse response. You can import up to 10 impulse response. So you can see here, you can go to import IR, you can find the location with your browser, and you have to choose the position. So from 1 to 10, only 10 impulse response. It's not so much, but if you want to create your own routine for your live, it's enough, let me say. I want to show you the stock presets, so let's go here on factory, because it's the first time that I try out a piece of gear with presets that the preset sounds great. Usually I really don't like the stock presets, I don't like the stock cabinet, and usually I need my impulse responses. It's the first time that scrolling from the presets, I really appreciate the sound, and I'm really impressed. So welcome to Ampero. This is the first tone that you can find when you power on your unit. You can also engage the effects for the wah, and basically you can change the range. Of course, you have to connect this to an expression pedal. So the amplifier is a 𝙎𝙤𝙢, as you can see, from the 𝙬𝙻. Let me say, it sounds great, and it's pushed with an FET boost. Without the boost, if you want to make it chug, also some cabinet, let's change angle. You can also change the position. Microphones. As you can see, you can use only one cabinet per time, so you don't have a double cabinet or stereo cabinet. So it's really simple. You have one line, but I think that with only one line, you can get really great tones. And the touch responds really fastly. So as you can see, I can engage or bypass, on, off, on, off. Sparkling overdrive. I don't know if you I've listened the noise when I change the presets. So if you change the preset, it's changing without any problem and it's recalling very fast. But if you change the preset and normally distorted preset when you are playing, this noise, I don't know if it's recorded also, this noise, I don't know, but I'm listening this noise from the speaker. A digital noise. Okay, so I think that this has to be updated with a new firmware. I don't know if it's the noise only from the USB. I've not checked it from the TRS. Anyway, let's change Panned Horror. I don't know, man, you have a lot of presets here. Bohemian. Neoclassical. Simulation also for the acoustic. Now let's jump on my presets so I can show you the capability of this amplifier, modular amplifier. So Mad Chuck, and this is the first preset. The gate is working really well. Okay, so I've used, of course, a smart gate here at the beginning, a green drive, so basically two screamer to push, as you can see, like a boost. Angle amplifier, I really like this angle. This is based on the Savage. Then a gate after, so I've used double gate. And this is the most important thing, my impulse response. This is a WGS Retro 30. I cannot see the microphone, but I think this is the SE Electronics R1. It's a ribbon microphone and sounds great. Let's engage, for example, delay and reverb. So you have this preset if you are a member of my YouTube channel. You can download in the community section. Let's go now to Plexi. Here I've used a Marshall 45 with a jump, and I've pushed with the Super Drive, this one. There is a plate reverb, a ping-pong delay, Listen how the sound is really organic. I really like. Then I've created these really strange fuzz people that it's recalling beautiful people. Okay. And then I've created this clean, which is lovely, guys, lovely. So as you can see here, I've used a compressor, and you can really listen the compressor. Without the compressor. Then an enhancer, which is from the 𝙤𝙤. I really like this pedal, and I know this pedal from 𝙤𝙤 brand. This is an enhancer without, with. Jets clean, gate, my impulse response, post EQ to cut some 130 Hz, the chorus without the chorus. Ping-pong effect, and this lovely reverb. I love this reverb, it's called North Star. It's really similar to a shimmer because it's really bright, but it's immediated, so you don't have that kind of build up basically of the shimmer. I like it. So guys, let me talk about the connection and the cons. As you can see here, you have the control and expression pedal, the input and the output. As you can see, the output can be act like mono or stereo, because you can use TRS cable, and basically with a split cable you can use this in stereo. So it's unbelievable that with a really tiny box you can use stereo connection, and basically you cannot see here all the space of stereo connection because it's using only one clever output in TRS. Then you have the aux in if you want to use backing track, output of the phones, and this is great because basically I've tried out with my Beyerdynamic DT770 Pro, which are in 80 ohm. I can really listen really loud sound, so I cannot use the volume at the maximum because it's really loud and I really like. Of course, we have the volume here, this tiny knob which controls all the volume of the USB, the volume of the TRS, and the volume of the phones. So all controlled with this tiny knob. Of course, USB and the power. So as you can see, there is no MIDI, and this is the first con, because basically you cannot use this device in your DAW controlled by MIDI. So you cannot use this with other pedals controlling other pedals. You can't, and you have only two knobs here that you can control the presets that are aside. Basically, you cannot jump to another preset because you cannot. There is no any recalling with the MIDI. So the routing is really limited. And as you can see, also the routing itself here, you have only one line. Even if here, basically on the edit, you see two lines, but it's basically only one serial routing. So it's pretty limited, but let me say, with really cheap price, with an amazing hardware, works like a charm, and with an amazing sound, you can do whatever you want, basically. Also with only one line, pretty limited, but you can get great tones. Also because you can import your inputs responses. I want to show you that if you want, you can also engage the tuner, double tap, and you have the tuner here. And I'm pretty in tune. And if you want, you can also use the looper. You have to press long double, and as you can see, you are in the looper. I'm not the right guy to show you the looper. I don't like looper, but you can do that. You can also tweak whatever here in edit. You can, I don't know, press amp and go to edit, and you can see, change the amplifier you want here from the list, change the tab here. So the LCD, the touchscreen is great, amazing. There are some cons, of course, because the unit is really tiny, it's really compact, and some features you have not some features, but it's normal. Let me say, this Ampero Mini is amazing. I really appreciate everything from this amplifier. Sounds great. Also, the stock preset sounds great, so it's really strange, this for me. And it's really compact, and you have also the editor here. Well, basically you can do whatever you want. You can also export and import presets. So guys, this is the Ampero Mini from Hotone. I really appreciate this pedal. I hope for some updates. Let me know what you think about in the comment below. If you want, you can download my presets that I've shown here, these 4 presets. If you join my YouTube channel with the link below, you can see the presets in the community section. So let me know what you think about, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.